But let's dive into our first running back sleeper. And for me, it is Brashard Smith. He's the number one running back sleeper and just general sleeper of this class for me, going in the late fourth round in rookie drafts according to sleeper ADP. And I think he is going to crush it in that Jerick McKinnon style role. They did not have one last year, and you could tell the Chiefs offense really sorely missed it. And I just think about when I project a lot of these sleepers, including Smith, about what role could these guys be cast in. And you think about McKinnon and the ceiling we've seen in 2022. I know we're talking a few years ago, but we saw McKinnon finish as the running back one in the fantasy playoffs. He went 32, 34, 12, and 22 points in the 4-week span. And again, we got to project a 4-week span for this whole career of this guy. No, but it just goes to show you the upside of a explosive running back in an Andy Reid offense that can run routes, that can catch the ball. And we're talking about Brashard Smith, a converted wide receiver with 4.39 speed, explosive as can be. And the beat writers already are calling this guy a Jerick McKinnon 2.0. He caught a 50-yard wheel route touchdown the other day in practice from Patrick Mahomes, not from the third-string quarterback. This guy is already getting first-team reps in the practices. And Andy Reid's talked about how they see a clear role for him, how they're excited to have him. And again, it's a seventh-round rookie pick. What's he going to do? Well, Isaiah Pacheco, their starting running back, was a seventh-round rookie as well. They had no problem in his rookie year. He had 11 starts that season. And so I don't think the draft capital is anything we should be overly concerned about. This is the second highest team in neutral pass rate over the last 4 years since Patrick Mahomes took over. Brashard Smith was number one in yards per route run, targets per route run in college. Louis Riddick, one of my favorite scouts on the ESPN draft, called this guy an Alvin Kamara clone with 4.3 speed. Talk about a guy, again, only one season at running back. He had 1,332 rushing yards on 235 attempts, 5.7 yards per carry, 14 touchdowns, in addition to another 330 yards and 4 TDs through the air. Explosive guy. I mean, had he gone to the Cowboys, he could have been a true 3-down back. But I love this fit as Andy Reid, who's great in the screen game. Brashard Smith had 14.4% of touches on screen, second most of any running back since 2017, and he thrived on them. It's a team that's always in the top half of the league in running back targets. I am thrilled about this fit. I love them as a potential 2.0 Jerick McKinnon, which we have seen the fantasy upside is absolutely astronomical. So I love Brashard Smith in Dynasty, redraft, any type of format. And if you're like, again, is he going to make the roster even? Well, at minimum, he's going to get those punt returns early on. They've already talked about him clearly locking that role up. So I'm not worried about the roster spot. I don't think it'll be long till this guy's working himself in as a clear-cut pass-catching back in a great offense for Patrick Mahomes. Am I crazy to love Brashard Smith? What do you think of this fit here, Tanner?
So I was kind of excited about the Brashard Smith drafting just because we needed a running back desperately. I'm saying we.
You're a Chiefs fan, right? Yeah.
Our running back room is very bad. Pacheco will probably be fine for this year, but outside of that, it's very dark. I have no idea who is going to start a running back, to be honest. We had Kareem Hunt most of last year. Pacheco came back after his pretty bad injury during the year and didn't really look the same at all. There's a lot of beating around the drum that Pacheco is going to be the lead back this year again. I'm not sure how good he'll look. Maybe he'll look better than he did at the end of last season, but I'm not really sure. But what I do know is Brashard Smith is a great pass-catching back. He had an 87th percentile college target share, and I believe that was one of the higher out of this running back class. But he is, like you said, he's going to take over that McKinnon role, which I do think is a valuable role for the Chiefs. I don't think he has the ability to be like a 3-down back. I do think he's going to be in on mostly pass-catching situations, but he brings a lot more burst and speed to the table than Kareem Hunt does, and probably more than Pacheco does, just because, one, Kareem's washed. Pacheco is off a very bad injury, so he's probably going to be a little slower, I'd imagine. So having Brashard in the mix is going to be huge. Carson Steele was a huge miss last year. That was someone everyone was hyping up last summer. I think Brashard Smith is a fair amount better than Carson Steele. And Brashard Smith actually did not start his career at running back in college. He literally switched to running back this past season and went for 1,400 yards. So he's very solid. I like Brashard Smith as a shot in the dark. Like, you can get this guy occasionally off waivers, but for the most part, just with the hype of him being around on the Chiefs, he usually is going in the last round of your drafts. But yeah, I like Brashard Smith. He's a good pick for sure.
Yeah, you emphasized how bad this running back depth chart. Even if Pacheco does get back to Pacheco form, it is a committee. They've always had that kind of pass catching back, that early down guy. And McKinnon, yeah, it's just I see so much in addition to just the speed and the pass catching. He's a touchdown scorer, 18 touchdowns last year for Brashard Smith. And how many times do we see those little dink and dunks to McKinnon where they clear everybody out at the goal line and somehow he just slips under? He had 9 touchdowns, including 7 in a 4-game span. And I'm not saying that Brashard will do that, but it is certainly a valuable role. So
yeah,
I'm all about that.
And McKinnon is a fun player to roster on fantasy at least.
Oh yeah,
but
I've always been a McKinnon.
McKinnon is a great player.
Any longtime viewers of us have no, I've been on the McKinnon train forever. So if I can get my second type of McKinnon here, I'm all about it, and that's why he's my number one.
Not a bad shot either under Andy Reid. So
no, not at all. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.